Omonia FC 2, Manchester United 3. A very hard win for United. But obviously, it was well deserved for Manchester United because they really had a lion's share of the possession. They had 28 shots towards the goal of Omonia. And obviously, it's the best number of shots that they really registered on the opponent's goal this season. And that is the side which goes by the names of Omonia. Thank you guys for watching in. Welcome to United Matters channel. Last video of the day, we are doing the player ratings of Manchester United 2, of Manchester United 3, Omonia 2. Their second win into the group stage, and obviously Real Sociedad is really leading the group after winning its third game in a row as they beat FC Zurich by 2 goals to sorry, it's not FC Zurich, they beat Shelf in Shelf by how many goals? By 2 goals to nil. And obviously that means United needs to win all its games to see to it that they don't face a team that is coming from the Champions League. So smash the like button, comment and share. Rokan David is my name, and let's get into the player ratings in there for you, as this game of football was really so much enticing and interesting. Now let's first with the goalkeeper, David De Gea. I think he did the needful. All those 2 goals, he had no way to save any of those. I've heard some people say that the near post. Now, how can you mark the near post and the ball is put into your roof? How can you mark it? You get, it's a keeper to beat, and I'm always skeptical of people who really come out and criticize a keeper on a keeper to beat, because a keeper to beat is like an already gone in goal, and we have few times that goalkeepers really help their teams on keeper to beat, and it was a keeper to beat. The player was into a very right angle. He took the first touch and linked it over the goalkeeper of United into the roof of the net to make it 1-0 for Manchester United. Now, why do you have to blame him? The second goal, you shouldn't also blame him because it's a cutback cross, and when it comes in through, obviously the goal is so wide open and it's hit into the back of the net, and obviously that has to go on to Lindelof. And I'm asking myself, why would someone go out and really blame De Gea on the first goal when Malacia and Sancho really connected themselves to it, that they really cost us that goal? They're the ones to blame, and I'm giving David De Gea a 6 out of 10. I don't know what's your rating for David De Gea. I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. We got to Diego Dello. I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. He was so much good going forward defensively, and his advanced runs either for you, and he would have bagged himself an assist for that Ronaldo goal that really hit the post and it really came back into play. So I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. That is Diego Dello, a man who has really gotten a lot of transformation under Erik ten Hag. Now, we go to Malacia. Obviously, I'm going to give Malacia a 5 out of 10. To me, I believe apart from that mistake he did into that goal, there is nothing bad he did. But I'm always calling for him to be so much productive every time he really goes into the corner flag area or he approaches the final third area of the opponent. I want to see him really crossing in those balls and really being a threat to the opponent side by really delivering crosses, because United no longer deliver lots of crosses at the Tina's box area of the game of football. And in a game like this, when you're having Ronaldo, one of the best headers of the ball because of his neck power, I believe that it's better to really get him involved into this game of football a lot by really crossing those balls in. Maybe on the foot he's not yet back to where he's supposed to be, but you saw him in the game with Real Sociedad, the only header that really got in through, he really headed it into the back of the net, though he was really offside. But we need to see our fullbacks, Diego Dello and Malacia, crossing a lot into the 18-yard box area, and obviously Anthony and maybe Rashford or Sancho. We need to see them really crossing a lot to find a man who goes by the names of Cristiano Ronaldo. So I'm giving Malacia a 5 out of 10. Lisandro Martinez, I'm giving him an 8 out of 10. He was one of the best performers on the field of play, and I believe that he's really going to be one of the man of the match contenders because of the performance he really put in. The performance he put in was really exquisite, and no one can go out and really complain about it because he really defended very well. And look at that goal that Martial scores. The way he really plays into the way he really plays into a man who goes by the names of Rashford, and Rashford does a flick to find Anton Martial. Anton Martial does a cutback and then hits that ball into the lower bottom corner, and it's 2-1 for Manchester United. Lisandro Martinez, even in the first half, he released Ronaldo, I think once. He put in 2 or 3 penetrative passes. That is Lisandro Martinez. And for that, let me show you what his game by numbers was before I really go to another player, because this guy was really sensational into this game of football against Omonia Nicosia. He had 118 touches, 100% aerial duels won. People have always called him short, but he wins a lot of aerial duels. 90 passes completed, 89 passing accuracy, 11 out of 16 long balls completed, 5 out of 8 ground duels won, 5 clearances, and 3 out of 5 tackles won. That is a man who goes by the names of Lisandro Martinez, a Rolls Royce into that central defense of Manchester United, and he keeps on showing us that he's really one of the best that United has ever bought. And trust me, no one is really even looking at the price tag that people really say that he was really overpriced, but obviously he's really doing a job that a player of £80 million can't do at Manchester United. That is Harry Maguire. Then Victor Lindelof in there for you. I go to Victor Lindelof. To me, I believe maybe his combination with Lisandro Martinez is a problem. They only played some 50 minutes against Man City. They go to Apol Nicosia. The first goal, you shouldn't blame them. The second goal, you blame Victor Lindelof for really being so much lazy to lose that ball into that area, because you know that you are in transition and you lose that ball, obviously they are going to beat you up because you don't have numbers into your 18 yards box area, and we lost in the for you. So I'm giving Lindelof a 5 out of 10. Apart from that goal, I think they defended very well and they never looked suspect. And I believe maybe with him and Lisandro Martinez, they might put up a very watertight defense against Everton over the weekend. And that's going to be on Sunday. That is a team which goes by the names of Everton in there for you at the side, which goes by the names of Goodson Park on Sunday. But for now, I'm giving him a 5 out of 10. It shows you how much Rafael Varane is really important in the central defense. I've seen people saying that Varane can't complement anyone very well, but trust me, it's not Lisandro Martinez that has improved its defense. It's Rafael Varane, because Lisandro Martinez playing with Harry Maguire, trash. Results, losses only. When he plays with the team, when he plays with Lindelof, you've seen today at least he has been a suspect. That is Lindelof, and obviously the best partner to complement him is a player who goes by the names of Rafael Varane. And maybe when Tuanzebe comes back, I would love to see Tuanzebe play alongside a man who goes by Lisandro Martinez, because with the injuries that we are really having at Manchester United in the central defense area, maybe Tuanzebe, when he really returns, is going to come on and really play a bit of a game into this game of football. And obviously that is Manchester United for you. Then Casemiro, I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. I believe people don't understand Casemiro, but that one-touch passing in the midfield area, he decides quickly. He makes quick decisions with the ball, and he doesn't really require a lot of time to really find out a pass. He really released this Ronaldo in the first half, and you saw his passing. He doesn't do a lot of side passing. He does a lot of central axis passing in the final third of the opponent, and he's really great, and I really believe that he had a very fantastic game. And for Casemiro, I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. I don't know how much you are giving him on a 7 out of 10. Your rating is welcome into the comment section below. Eriksen, 6 out of 10. I really believe that something is lacking in Eriksen. The Eriksen that played the game of Arsenal, Liverpool, Southampton, Leicester City, and that first half against Real Sociedad is really the Eriksen I want to see back at Manchester United, because we are really lacking a player like him. And this time round, He puts in some cameos, but I want him to be fluid and to be consistent, game in, game out, to really put up resistancy and really connect that midfield to the attack. And you saw that most of the passes that really went through to the center, to the forwards of United, really came in from Casemiro. It's very ashamed that a man that is so much known for his forward passing, that is Ericsson, is really trying to go on and not really provide us. I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. I don't know what rating out of 10 you are giving him in there. Then let's go to Bruno Fernandes, a 5. I'm giving Bruno a 5 out of 10. I don't know what's wrong with him. I think that's why even the manager separated him off the pitch, because some games he comes in, 3 plays very well, and he doesn't do Hollywood passes. And every time he tries to go on to do Hollywood passes, that's when we really see him that he's really ugly. And I believe, apart from that pass that really released to Marcus Rashford, what else did Bruno do in this game of football? I don't really remember him doing so much things. In the first half, he is that man that we really need to see releasing these center forwards, but he doesn't release them. He doesn't release them. So I'm giving him a 5 out of 10. I don't know the rating we're giving Bruno out of 10, but for my case, I'm giving him a 5 out of 10. We go to Sancho, responsible for the first goal that we conceded. He would have made us lost that game. And secondly, his decision making. I don't know why he doesn't really want to go forward when he's in the final third, and he was so much negative in this game of football. Why is Sancho very much negative? I want him to see him, however much he doesn't have a lot of pace, I want to see him sit down players with his jinking feet. I know he can do that. Wrong footing players, that's what I know a lot about him. And you get, he doesn't need pace to go past you, but he can really fake you around and net mug you and maybe go past you. That is Sancho. That is the Sancho I know. And in this passing game of football, we expected him to go and do the needful, but he didn't come on. He didn't report today. He had a very bad game against City. He has had a very bad game against against Omonia. And this worries you that if Arteta doesn't really pull up his stockings against Everton, maybe he's going to go on bench because Marcus Rashford is back and has banged in the brace. And obviously with the World Cup around the corner, Jack Grealish really lighting up everything. Can Sancho really turn this around? That's the big question. So let's wait and see what is going to happen. But I'm giving Sancho a 5 out of 10. So what's your rating for Sancho out of 10? Anthony, I think he played very well, but I believe there is something that is still up with him. Maybe those 2 weeks really spent without training at Ajax really slipped his fitness back, because I really believe that his fitness is really having a problem, and he's non-swift. He takes on players, and after taking them off, sitting them down, he really slides down on the ground. So I don't know why he's not getting the balance on his foot a lot, but he had 2 efforts. I think had 3 efforts directed to the goal area that were really deadly. One saved by the goalkeeper, one missed out by an inch. The other one went in the corner. But I want to see him really delivering those crosses onto the far post to really meet like Ronaldo or Sancho or anyone who will be well placed into that position. So 7 out of 10 for me for Anthony. I don't know what your rating is, but I really believe that he's really going to be a very good player for Manchester United, and he's showing signs of really scoring screamers, scoring his second goal in the Premier League, and obviously into the UEFA Europa League. He has not yet gotten on target, but I believe time is going to come for him to get on target, because he is just getting used to a team that is not yet ready, and the team that is up there doing the needful to really see to either it really gets to playing into the way Ten Hag really wants it to be playing. Then let's go to Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Guys, for Ronaldo, it's really tricky. You see, for a player who has always been scoring in goals, and for the very first time, for the very many times I've been always telling you that Ronaldo is really having a problem with himself. And people are really saying that I'm having an agenda on him, but even the easiest goals, he can't score them. Even the goals he used to score that have chances, he no longer scores them. So I'm giving him a 5 out of 10. Because today, he would have scored close to 4 goals. In the first half, he was on target, I think, like 3 times. And amid his 3 times, would have scored like 1 or 2. Second half, it was worse because he really had close to 4 chances, and every player in the second half after the game was really 2-1 and 3-1, was really looking for Ronaldo to go in and really find him and really score a goal, because the team really wants to see him scoring, because they really respect his hustle and what he is in the game of football. And with what he has done today, 5 out of 10. What's your rating of Ronaldo out of 10? I'm giving him a 5 out of 10. And I've seen someone tweeting saying, I like Anton Martial, but the fact is, I like Anton Martial, but the fact is, I would start Ronaldo, that he needs more minutes. Guys, don't be faked. Don't be faked. You get? If Ronaldo was banging in goals, I would have given him a benefit of to come ahead and start against Everton, because we'll be needing those goals. But right now, he's not banging those goals, and why should I really put him ahead of Anton Martial? I believe I start Anton Martial in that game of football, and Ronaldo comes in later. That's it. That would have been my game plan if at all I'm Erik ten Hag, because Martial comes in, first touch, back of the net. He did the same thing in the game of Man City. He played close to 20-30 minutes and obviously banged in a brace, and he was here to bang in one goal that really gave United a lead into this game of Omonia Nicosia. So I believe those agendas of Ronaldo, how much we love him, as we really judge other players, he deserves the same judgment, because you guys were saying Rashford is playing trash at the beginning of the season when he missed out on 2 goals against Brighton. He played worse against Brentford, and then he really lit himself up against Liverpool. So the criticism that Ronaldo was getting should be the same criticism that Ronaldo should get after missing out on these chances. Let's not put favorism into this argument. Ronaldo is really missing out on chances we would be scoring, and we should go out on him and tell him that, please, you've been asking for minutes, you've been given them, you've not scored. Martial has come in through, he has come in through, played 28 minutes and done the needful in the game of football. So I believe he deserves to be one of those players, to know that he deserves to go on and really find his scoring boots again. That's why I'm giving him a 5 out of 10. Marcus Rashford was the first substitute to be brought on in this game of football, and Luke Shaw. So let me talk Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. He really played very, very well. Luke Shaw played very, very well in that game of football, where United really beat Omonia by 3-2. So I think he played very well, and I would like to see this battle going up. That's why we're going to see players really coming out and really giving us the best of them. That's why I want to see Donovan being back. I want to see Bruno being taken off and Donovan being coming in through and really putting in a very good performance that will really give Bruno a very good check-in of how a central attack midfielder should be playing in that game of football, because Danny has everything to offer into that position than Bruno. Though Bruno is really the captain, his work rate, his stats are really amazing, and obviously the manager trusted him to go ahead and play that position. So that's what I want in every position. That's why you see to it that Malacia plays very badly, Shaw comes in through. But in this game of football, I don't believe that Malacia played very badly, apart from that ball they stole from him after pressing him, but after being pressed by 2 players of Omonia, and it was a goal, and it was a hospital pass from Sancho to Malacia. Luke Shaw, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. That's it. Let's talk about Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford, I think, really played very well, scored a brace, and this season looks like he's the top scorer of Manchester United with how many goals? In the Premier League, he has 3 goals. In the UEFA Europa League, he has 2 goals, and he has 3 assists. In the Premier League, and today he put up an assist for Anton Martial, meaning that he now has 4 assists and 5 goals, meaning that he's almost hitting 10 goal involvements, and that is a man who goes by the names of Marcus Rashford. And his game by numbers today, it was as follows: 94% pass accuracy, 3 key passes, 2 goals, 2 out of 3 ground duels won, 1 shot off the woodwork, 1 out of 1 dribble completed, and 1 assist and 2 goals. That is Marcus Rashford, and I'm giving him an 8 out of 10 into this game of football that really put up a very exquisite performance. That is a man who goes by the names of Marcus Rashford. So what is your rating that you are giving Marcus Rashford out of the scale, on the scale of 10? Because I believe that really put in a very, very, very good performance to go on and really help United win. And this is the Rashford I want. When Rashford plays like this, I won't come out and criticize him because everything he did on the field of play was so much on point. I saw him finding Ronaldo, trying to find an assist for Ronaldo to score on very many occasions. Not selfish. That is the Rashford I want. I want the Rashford who really makes a decision that is really benefiting the team, not a decision that benefits him as an individual. So selfishness was not part of him. 8 out of 10, I believe it's... Let me give Rashford a 9 out of 10, guys. I'm giving him a 9 out of 10, and obviously that is one of the man of the match performance that really put out on the field of play. Let's go to Anthony Martial. Anthony Martial, he really played very, very, very well. And he played only 20 minutes of the field of play. He scored 1 goal, and obviously he tried to find out Ronaldo and the likes of Rashford, but they never bunched in those goals that would have turned into his assists to this game of football. Returning from injury, playing very well. He never needed even 2-3 minutes to stay on the field of play to really get United ahead. And obviously, he went with an effort into the lower bottom corner, and obviously it went into the back of the net, and obviously United won that game of football. In therefore, you saw Anthony Martial's game by numbers: 18 touches, 11 passes completed, 1 shot on target, 1 goal, yet another goal for Anthony Martial. And obviously, I'm giving him a rating of an 8 out of 10. That is Anthony Martial. And that goal that he scored today has really made him hit 100 goals of his career. As statement Dave tells us, Anthony Martial brought up his 100th career goal for the club and country tonight. Manchester United, he has scored 82 goals for Manchester United, 15 goals for AS Monaco, 2 goals for France, and 1 goal for Sevilla, making it 100 goals for Anthony Martial in his career at the age of 26, 27. Let's wait and see what is going to go on and really do in this era of Erik ten Hag. The Anthony Martial under Erik ten Hag, be so much observant on him. Keep an eye on him, a keen one moreover, because he's really going to bang in goals. Because this system really favors him, and he is a man who really who exposes himself well, or expresses himself well in a system where there is the tiki-taka kind of football and those spaces, pockets of space. He doesn't need very many chances to score a goal. He's really clinical, and people have forgotten about him. He's really clinical, and he doesn't miss lots of chances. That is Anthony Martial, and obviously he is getting a rating of an 8 out of 10. Let's go to who else came in through? Freddie came in through a 6 out of 10 for me. Which other player came in through? Scott McTominay, 6 out of 10. Had nothing to do in that game of football. So that's what I have for you in here on United Matters channel. Those were the player ratings, and I don't know what you think about these player ratings, but let me give you a snippet of my player ratings and how I really rated my players. David De Gea, 6 out of 10. Delo, 7 out of 10. Malacia, 5 out of 10. Luke Shaw, 7 out of 10. Lisandro Martinez, 8 out of 10. Lindero, 5 out of 10. Casemiro, 7 out of 10. Anthony, 7 out of 10. Bruno, 5 out of 10. Sancho, 5 out of 10. Martial, 8 out of 10. Rashford, 9 out of 10. Which other player? Scott McTominay, 6 out of 10. Freddie, 6 out of 10. So the manager, Erik ten Hag, I'm giving him a 7 out of 10 because you can't blame him for those goals because of the mistakes that brought in by his defenders. But in the way he coaches, he doesn't tell them to do that. I'm giving him a 7 out of 10 and making substitutions that really killed off the game in the nick of time. So guys, your reactions to these player ratings are welcome into the comment section below. I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates.